So my name is Tyler Strauss, and today I'm going to be talking about OCD and the different types of accommodations and benefits that you can receive if you have it. I think people that have OCD and other disabilities should receive accommodations and benefits because it really does affect the way they work, and it affects how they perform in school too. In the United States today, I have my first slide is about I think you guys would be interested. In the United States today, there are many everyday factors that affect school and work performance, and some we can't control. And some factors that we can't control are like getting into a car accident on the way to school, or being sick, or a car breaking down. But people who suffer from an anxiety disorder such as OCD will be affected mentally, physically, and emotionally. So these people shouldn't have the same misconception that other people have when they miss school, because some people think that they might be lazy or irresponsible. These people just have a problem and they can't make it. Receiving accommodations could apply to you later in life, as many mental illnesses and other disabilities do. What I mean by that is anybody out there could receive a disability at any time. Anything can happen to you, whether it be a heart condition or OCD or anything that could happen. Like a lot of times OCD doesn't really affect you till you're in your 30s. And schools and jobs should understand that accommodations are on the rise and more people are pursuing them. I had narcolepsy. I had no idea that I could receive accommodations until my first day here at Bucks, and they told me all about it. And I chose not to receive them because I wanted to go through my school and my jobbing without receiving them. But other people that have OCD and other types of disabilities don't really have the same, they don't really have a choice. Before now, really what I'm talking about, it's first good to understand what an accommodation is. And a lot of my information came from the United States Department of Labor and Psych Central. The most important thing is Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA. And under the Americans with Disability Act, an accommodation is considered any modification or adjustment to a job or work environment that enables a qualified person to apply for or perform a job. Which basically means that if you need an accommodation, people will just make the job more easy for you if you have a disability, so that you can perform to your full potential. What I like about it is that it ensures a person with a disability that they're treated as equal as somebody that doesn't have a disability. So I mean, like if you're working with somebody that has a disability, you're going to have to learn all about how they perform, and they're going to have to learn about how you perform, because you're going to be working together to strive to make everything work together. And one of the things I found most interesting was the Job Accommodation Network. It's short for JAN. It's an online, and you can call and get service. It's anonymous. They teach you how to do accommodations. They teach you all the accommodations that you can acquire for your disability. And accommodations today in schools and the workplace have been skyrocketing. But it isn't people that have OCD. Other mental disorders such as schizophrenia or depression, a lot of people get accommodations for that kind of stuff. But OCD, a lot of people don't really know what they have. They don't really know what their symptoms are fully, because you don't really start to get your full symptoms till you're 30. And a few people really know, how they're diagnosed, and I have a video that better sums that up.
OCD is a very debilitating disease, and millions of people suffer from it. Often they have very few options, and often patients don't really recognize the disease itself. They know that there's something wrong with them and that they may be different, but there's very little outlet for that in terms of where to go. We hear a lot about depression, we hear a lot about schizophrenia, other mental health diseases, we hear a lot about drug addiction. We hear very little about OCD, and yet this is a remarkably difficult disease, and many patients suffer enormously from this.
She kind of gave you a brief overview. Now that we know what an accommodation is and how it applies to people, with disabilities. There are ways that I think that we can improve it. Some of my information that got based off was from the OCD Learning Center. But I think that government couldn't even stop funding for people that already have disabilities, and fund employers to so that they're more eager to hire. So, for example, if you're getting disability monthly check, I think that if that money goes to an employer, you'll be able to get the full working experience. You'll be able to be put into jobs that you're going to be able to succeed in, and you're going to get the social benefits that come with it. Everybody wants an American dream to work and have a good job, and it'll better benefit people that have disabilities. And I think we can also promote OCD accommodations and other disabilities by commercials and other advertisement. So many people that have OCD don't even know that they can apply for accommodations, and they don't know that they can get benefits in school and work. And if we advertise it, then they'll start to understand. And also, a lot of times people are, they're kind of shy, or they don't want to tell people about their disability. And I think if you do tell people about your disability, you'll be able to strive for your full potential while you're working or your play. And I also think that you can teach classes in high school and colleges about OCD and other disabilities and how it will affect every associate. If we teach classes in colleges and high schools about disabilities and how to interact with somebody that has a disability, or how you might have a disability and how to go about help. If we are taught that kind of information, then we'll understand, how to deal with it in the real world. Because everybody in this room will deal with somebody that has a disability at some point in their workplace, at school, anywhere. It could even happen to you as you grow older. In conclusion, we need to know that anyone can receive a disability at any time, young, old, and we should definitely be educated about it, just in case it happens to us or somebody that's a close relative or somebody that's even our friend. And we could also donate money to disability charities so that it'll help people that have disabilities.